a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans today. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker Dustin Hopkins set to get this one going. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Dempsey. And his first look is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Dempsey. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dempsey, a quick throw, but incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, and it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dempsey. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Chargers 14, Saints nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. I mean, gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all?
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Back to throw. Dempsey. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. On the return is Williams. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
47 yards rushing for him on his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dempsey. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain, and it'll be 1st down, Saints.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Throwing on 1st down. Dempsey. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
But he reminded us that he's a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On 1st down, Dempsey. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they control the blocking.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Chargers 28, Saints nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Dempsey. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A give to Kamara running right. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 35 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on the third, but now they work it.
Yeah, both can throw. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go on.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, this could be the turning point.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Herbert. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. In motion left comes Williams. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Barrett. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Herbert throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty rubbed up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. Here's Williams to return.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off-play action. Dempsey. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes out about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 31, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
This is a counter play, Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
27 yards.
And the Chargers have opened the lead up to 30. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. On the move to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert off of play action.
That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. What?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's good for a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man is Michael Thomas. Past the 20.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Kamara. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Kamara trying again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Jones slide for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So, for the Chargers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be